Hi, everybody. Welcome to another English class here on Verbling.com. My name is Lisa. I'm one of the English teachers here at Verbling. And in this hour, we're going to be having a reading class. So if you already have a reservation for this hour, you can go ahead and use that reservation now. If you don't have a reservation and you want to join, just wait a minute and then you can click on the join class button and then you will be able to join. You do have to be a Verbling member to join a Verbling class, which means you have a couple of different options. One, you can just become a member and pay the money, $45 per month, and you can take unlimited classes. If you want to just do a trial version, you can do a free 7-day trial. And if you want to just take some classes, you can just buy tickets. So you have a couple of different options for checking out Verbling and trying out the service. We have classes every hour, all day long, all night long, 24 hours a day. Sometimes we have 1, 2, or 3 different English classes going at the same time. We also have Spanish classes, so we have lots of opportunities for improving your language skills. Hi, Amparo. How are you? Can you hear me, Amparo?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
What happened with your voice?
I had a cold. I have had a cold for about a week now, so just coughing, and now my voice is like this.
A lot of celebration for New Year. You
Yeah,
have
right.
been singing, yelling. That
Yeah.
is why.
Yeah. What did you do for New Year's?
Well, here it's common to burn a puppet made of wood
Ah.
at
Hmm.
the end of the year because when it's midnight, and
Yeah.
then we had a dinner with family, and we stay well until 3 in the morning.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Yes, and then we go to the beach on Friday until
Nice.
Sunday. Yeah, yeah, we were.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. So, how many people in your family made it? Like, how many people were you all together?
Oh, around 33.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Yeah, all of us we were to the beach. Yeah, we
Uh-huh.
were because we made it this year the change of gift on the
Uh-huh.
beach. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
so that's
Oh,
why.
cool.
Yeah,
Okay. So
trouble there.
you do Los Reyes also or not on January
Yes,
6th? Oh,
yes.
you do? Okay.
That day we eat the chocolate with uh, it's like a bread, but it's not with a special shape
Uh-huh.
filled of nuts, raisins. Yeah,
Oh,
that is
okay.
what we
Uh-huh.
eat. Yeah, with
La
queso,
rosca.
rosca.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
All right, nice. Okay, let me welcome everybody else here. Luis. Hi, Luis. How are you today?
Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
I'm fine,
Welcome.
thank you.
Great. Wonderful. Welcome. And Gina, how are you?
Fine, thanks.
Okay, great, guys. Okay, well, we can go ahead and get started. Maybe some other people will join us pretty soon, but this article is actually kind of long, so we can get working on it. It's, there right now when you look on the internet, there are a lot of articles about how to have a better life, improve yourself, things, starting off the new year. It's a common time for people to take a look at their life and try to think, what could I do this year? What can I do better? That type of thing. So this is a similar kind of article here. So it's called the 12 Worst Habits for Your Mental Health. So it's telling you what's bad, the things that you can do that are not beneficial, and then how you can improve it. So we're going to read through and hopefully have some time. We'll talk about each one. Okay, so 12 Worst Habits for Your Mental Health. Change these simple everyday routines to live a happier life. Hang On to Your Happiness by Carrie Rossi. All right, I'm going to just read the first part, and then I'm going to let you guys read each one because, as you can tell, my voice is a little bad today. It's lower and it's kind of scratchy. Okay, depression is usually brought on by factors beyond our control. The death of a loved one, a job loss, or financial troubles. But the small choices you make every day may also affect your mood more than you may realize. Your social media habits, exercise routine, and even the way you walk may be sucking the happiness out of your day, and you may not even know it. Luckily, these behaviors can be changed. Read on for 12 ways you're sabotaging your good moods and what you can do to turn it around. Okay. All right, let's just, let me see. Does anybody need any help with this first one here? Sabotaging means you're kind of, you're when you sabotage your good mood, you're doing things that are going to take you out of that. So whether you do it on purpose or by accident or unconsciously. So sometimes we do those things. Okay, Amparo, why don't we start with you and you can read number 1 for us.
Okay. You slouch when you walk. How we feel can affect the way we walk, but the inverse is also true. Finds a study published in the Journal of Psychiatry. Researchers found that when subjects were asked to walk with shoulders slouched, hunched over, and with minimum arm movement, they experienced worse mood than those who had more pep in their steps. What's more, participants who walked in the slouchy style remembered more negative things rather than positive things. Talk about depressing. Get happy now, lift your chin up and roll your shoulders back to keep your outlook on the positive side.
Yeah, good. Okay, so the first one is slouching. Does everybody understand what that looks like when you slouch? That word slouch. Amparo, do you know that word?
It's like you're a little bending.
Yeah, exactly. So when you're thinking of somebody and you're walking, you can have your shoulders kind of back and like you're standing up very straight and you look very confident. But the opposite of that is slouching. So when you kind of move your shoulders forward and you put your head down and you bend your neck, something like that. That's what slouching would be. So we call that slouching, or we call that being hunched over. So hunched over is the position of having your shoulders kind of move forward, your head is down. And so you can imagine somebody who's depressed, that's how they walk oftentimes. So how we feel can affect how we walk, but also the inverse. So kind of like the inverse is like the opposite there. So it can also be true that the way you walk affects how you feel. And that's what they're telling you. So the first thing you can do to be more positive and less depressed and in a more negative mood is to lift up your chin, or as we say chin up, put your chin up, and then roll or move your shoulders back, and then walk, more upright. We call that straight or upright. And that can affect your mood. Okay, Gina, read number 2, please.
You take pictures of everything. Instagram queens, listen up. Haphazardly snapping pictures may hamper how you remember those moments, according to a study published in Psychological Science. In the study, participants took a museum tour, observing some objects and snapping pics of others. Afterward, they had a harder time remembering the items they photographed compared with the ones they looked at. The lens is a veil in front of your eyes, and we don't realize it's there, says Deirdre Clay, psychological chair and associate professor of the Counseling and Health Psychology department at Bastyr University in Kenmore, Washington. Get happy now. Focus on your subjects when taking pictures, or better yet, just sit back and enjoy yourself. Soak up the beauty and participate in the action. These are the things that will make you mentally stronger, says Clay.
Mm-hmm. We'd have a that there. These are the things that will make you mentally. Okay. So yeah, basic idea is, nowadays with our smartphones and everything, we are taking pictures and putting them on Facebook or Instagram. And so they say Instagram queen. So that just means if you're the queen of Instagram, you take a lot of pictures. And so you say to somebody, listen up, listen, I'm going to tell you something you might want to pay attention to. Haphazardly means you're, without plan, so kind of like a chaotic. You're just snapping pictures everywhere. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. And you're taking pictures all the time. Snapping just means taking pictures. So you snap a picture. That used to be more like the old style cameras that made a sound, that we would call that snap. The lens would close and then open and make a sound. So it comes from that, snapping pictures. But it may hamper or kind of harm or diminish how you remember those moments. So if you're just taking pictures, maybe you're not going to remember what you were actually looking at. And that's what happened in this study. People who are going through a museum, they were observing or looking at different objects and different paintings and things, and snapping pics. Pics is just short for pictures or photos, photographs. So the people who were photographing, they remembered less. And so the lens of the camera is like a veil. A veil is something that comes down in front of your face, like when you're getting married, some of the brides wear veils to cover their face, and then they lift them up once they're married, that kind of thing. So the idea is to focus on your subjects, what you're looking at, rather than just taking pictures of them. To soak up the beauty. So to soak up means to experience. You want to really have that experience rather than just taking a picture. You can have a full body experience. That's kind of like soaking up. Okay. If you guys have any questions about anything that you don't understand, just let me know. And what do you guys think about that one, number 2? Pictures. Gina, are you a picture taker? Do you like to take pictures with your phone or something?
Yes, I do, but I'm not obsessed by pictures.
Yeah, I like to take pictures too. It's fun. I have 3 kids too, so I take pictures of them, but they don't like it so much as they get older. But yeah, what about you, Luis? Do you like to take pictures?
I like when I'm riding my bicycle. I go to places very beautiful, so I like to do it.
Yeah.
But just new place is not all the time.
Yeah, like the picture you had before. That was a nice picture. Yeah. I don't know if Amparo's there. She was going to be right back, so maybe she's not there yet. Okay, so yeah, taking pictures or paying attention more to where you are. Okay, number 3, Luis, why don't you read? You're letting a bully get the best of you.
You're letting a bully get the best of you. Bullying doesn't end when you leave school. Approximately 55 million workers, or 35% of U.S. employees, are targeted by a bully at some point in their careers. According to the Workplace Bullying Institute, more than 7% of people have witnessed a workplace bully, says Erin K. Leonard, Ph.D., practicing psychotherapist and author of the book Emotional Terrorism: Breaking the Chains of a Toxic Relationship. Being attacked maliciously in a place of pride or self-esteem continuously, it can be devastating. It makes you emotional, volatile, so that it is even difficult to get up and go work. Get Happy Now, the Workplace Bullying Institute recommends you first make an appointment with your doctor to discuss your physical and mental health. Then, after you have carefully documented as many of your interactions as possible, follow the organization's three-step action plan.
Good.
Okay.
Luis, do you understand what a bully is? What does it mean to be bullied?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, in school, yes.
Yeah, like in school, we talk. Usually, it happens more in school, but this little part here is saying it doesn't end when you leave school. Approximately 54 million workers in the United States are targeted by a bully. So if you are targeted by a bully, it means you are kind of like they're focusing on you. You're the person they are bullying or attacking, or, you know, criticizing, yeah, that kind of thing. And this is at some point in your career. So maybe not, in the beginning, but at some point during your, maybe 30, 40 years of working, maybe you will experience to bully somebody or to experience being bullied. 70% of people have witnessed. That means they have seen a workplace bully, so they know somebody who has done that, acted that way. And so, of course, they write books about it, and people try to solve this problem. Let's see, being attacked maliciously. So maliciously means in a negative way. Somebody attacking you, maybe yelling at you, saying things. That is definitely a problem. So in the place of pride and self-esteem, continuously, so on and on, ongoing, can be devastating. So it can be very harmful to your mental and emotional health. It makes you emotionally volatile. Volatile means you might explode. You might yell back. It might make you feel bad. And it may, even be difficult to get up and go to work. You might want to just quit your job and not go there anymore. So that's kind of the idea in this thing. Has anybody ever experienced that? Bullying at work or at school or anything? Hi, Ken and Anatoly. Hi, guys.
Yes, hello.
Hi, welcome.
Hello.
Hi. So we're just reading through this article, and we're on number 3, and it's about bullying. Has anybody ever had the experience of being targeted by a bully? Bothered by a bully? No? Well, that's good.
Maybe
Maybe.
on
Yeah.
the market, share market, no?
Uh-huh.
When somebody is going to buy constantly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's a good thing if you're not, but I guess in the United States, I never have either, but apparently it's kind of a big deal in a lot of workplaces here in the United States. I mean, it might even be your boss sometimes. All right, number 4. These are the 12 habits that are bad for your mental health. So the idea is to explain the habit, why it's bad, and then to give you an idea of how you can improve that so that you feel better in terms of your mental health. So Ken, why don't you read number 4?
Okay, consider this. If you become more active 3 times a week, your risk of being depressed decreases 19%. According to a new study in JAMA Psychiatry. After following more than 11,000 people born in 1958 up until the age of 50, and recording depressive symptoms and levels of physical activity at regular intervals, University College London researchers found correlation between physical activity and depression. People who were depressed were less likely to be active, while those who were active were less likely to be depressed. In fact, for every time they were active, depression risk decreased 6%.
Yeah,
And
keep reading the Get
okay,
Happy Now.
get happy now, just get out and move. It doesn't need to be prolonged. Walking to errands if possible, taking the stairs, but any activity will help keep your mind moving.
Hmm. Okay, so the basic idea is exercise is good for you. The simple summary of that. So your risk of being depressed. So your risk of something is, how likely is it that you will suffer from this or that? So it actually goes down. We call that decreases. So it decreases 19% if you are more active, and that's based on a bunch of studies, and this particular one they've been looking at following. So when a research project, when a study follows participants, it means they continue to talk to them, monitor their behavior, whatever the project is about. And so they've been doing it since 1958, 11,000 people. So that's a long time and quite a few people for a study. It's a pretty big study. And the idea is there is a correlation, so it's connection. It's not a cause necessarily, like not being active doesn't cause you to be depressed, but it's correlated, or there's a relationship there. So people who were depressed were less likely to be active, so it's less common for them to be active, while those who were active were less likely to be depressed. So there's a little structure there, a nice way to talk about that. Less likely to be depressed. So that's how you talk when you're, it's not exact, but it's just percentages and that kind of thing. All right, so to get happy, just get out and move. So do some more exercising, walking, just even running your errands, going up and down stairs, that kind of thing will help your mood. Does how many of you guys make it? I know, Luis, since you've been talking about riding your bike, I know you get exercise by riding your bike. And I know, Anatoly, you often ride your bike as well. What
Yes.
about Gina? Do you get regular exercise?
Yes, I do. I
What
like
do you
running,
like to do? Running? Huh?
yes, and
Uh-huh.
other exercise with instruments. I don't know.
Like at the gym?
Exact.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Lisa,
Yes, Luis?
I would say it's essential make exercise because of your hormones, and you give a balance to your body. Your metabolism improves, so you will start to become really physically better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
like a biological thing.
Right. Yeah, especially nowadays because so many people, for their work, like me, for example, we sit down, we're working in front of computers.
Yes.
And so people in the past used to have more of an active lifestyle, working in the fields, maybe as farmers, manual labor, that kind of stuff. So it'd be more
Yes.
difficult. You have to make an effort to go exercise. Amparo, what about you? Do you get out and walk, or what do you do for exercise?
I have to answer. Nothing.
You have to answer the truth and nothing but the truth.
Yeah.
Nothing
Generally,
to
no.
exercise? No?
Just I walk when I have to go to the
shopping or
to the
something?
mall. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is when I walk about 10 minutes or 5 minutes at this from my house to the next the closer place, but usually no. I just walk
No?
inside home.
Yeah, inside your home. Yeah.
Yeah, from the first floor to the second.
That's enough. That's enough. Okay. Ken, what about you? Do you try to add some exercise into your life?
Yes, I like swimming and I like
Oh, yeah.
walking, and I try to use stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but sometimes I skip that actually.
Sometimes you
And,
take the
yeah,
elevator.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's people talk about that, just taking advantage. Like here in the United States, we drive in our cars a lot and we go to like a shopping mall or something. And so some people, they park a little bit farther away than they have to just so they can walk a little bit, you know. It's not very much, but put a little bit of exercise into your life by walking at least. Okay, what about procrastination? Number 5, Anatoly, you can read that one.
Okay. You procrastinate. You procrastinate. Think about a task you've been putting off. If the reason is because it's boring or you just don't feel like doing it, well, we can't help you there. But if you are avoiding the task because it makes you anxious or because you are afraid of failing, then procrastinating just makes completing it more nerve-wracking. Get happy now. Before you finally tackle your problem head-on, do something that helps you ease stress. Listen to music, go for a run. Leonard suggests engaging in an activity that helps disintegrate the anxiety. This way you can insert in a bit of fun into it instead of stress.
Yeah. Okay. So here we are talking about procrastinating. Another word for that is to put things off. So a lot of people procrastinate when they, they're either afraid, they don't really want to do something, or it's boring, and so you just keep putting it off. We say like until the last minute. So that's the idea of putting things off. Of course, they're saying if it's boring, you don't like it and you don't feel like doing it, well, can't help you there. But if you're avoiding, so to avoid something means to put it off, to not do it. You're just like, oh, I'm not going to do that yet. If you're doing that because you're anxious, you're afraid, you're nervous, you're afraid of failing, you don't want to write the paper because you're not going to get a good grade or something like that, then doing that just makes completing it or finishing it more nerve-wracking. Nerve-wracking means stressful. So if it racks your nerves, it kind of, messes up your nerves, it makes you feel nervous, that's just stress. All right, so here's an expression: to tackle something head-on, to tackle a problem head-on. It means just do it. Don't, think about it too much. Just like sit down and write your paper or something like that. To tackle it means to do it, to get it done. But before you try doing that, they're suggesting to ease your stress. So whatever helps you to feel less stressed, like listening to music, going for a run, something like that, do that first and then tackle your problem, then work on your project or something like that. This helps to disintegrate. Disintegrate means to like destroy. So if something disintegrates, it like disappears, it's gotten destroyed. So this will help your anxiety disappear if you do this. And you can insert a bit of fun into it. So to insert something into, that's the preposition being used there, into something else means to put it in. So like you insert it before you do something else. So that's a good thing. Does anybody have trouble with procrastination here? Some people have a hard time getting started with stuff. Amparo, maybe you're procrastinating on exercise there.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. So what about other things? Do you tend to procrastinate, or do you like to get things done ahead of time?
Yes, generally I made my schedule since the day before or when I plan it. Yes, I try to, to
plan
do
ahead.
Everything, with my schedule. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What about you, Anatoly? Do you have any trouble with procrastinating? Putting things off?
Similar, I also use schedule. I use in my job. I use feature tasks in Microsoft Outlook, and I put it for organizing myself and my colleagues. And but about procrastinate, maybe when I am thinking about writing exercises in English as a good practice for English, I also had that bad habit to procrastinate because I know it is useful, but sometimes it is easy to speak, to read, not to write.
To write, okay, yeah. Putting something off that might be a little bit difficult for you. Yeah, sure. Like knowing it would be good, but don't want to do it yet. Okay. All right, let's go back to Amparo here. Number 6, you're in a toxic relationship.
You are in a toxic relationship. I have many clients suffering from anxiety and depression, not realize it's because of a toxic relationship. Leonard says, it eats away their self-esteem. Their partners have them believing that they are incompetent or selfish. Sometimes it takes years for people to realize that their depression and their anxiety comes from their relationships and that they have been dismantled. Get happy now. You may need some help with this one. First, read up on the signs that your partner may be abusive. Then consult either a professional, a family member, or a close friend to help you recognize the signs.
So in this case, the word toxic is meaning, a relationship that's not good for you. So, we think in terms of toxic chemicals or, toxic whatever. It just means it's bad for you. So this person has clients, patients, clients, customers that are suffering from. So when we're reading, I just like to point out sometimes the prepositions that go along with specific verbs. So you suffer from something, so anxiety or depression, and you might not even realize, or you might not know or recognize that you're in a toxic relationship. So if you are, it can eat away your self-esteem. So to eat away, kind of like the idea of disintegrating, or dismantling, use dismantling, when you're taking apart something. So as it eats away at your self-esteem, it means, every little bit kind of breaks you down, so you feel less positive about yourself. So if you have a partner who, tells you negative things about yourself, criticizes you a lot, you could start feeling incompetent, like you're not good enough, you can't do stuff. Your partner might be selfish, that type of thing. So this can lead some people to experience depression or anxiety in that relationship. So you have to first of all recognize the signs. So this expression here, to read up on something, that means to research. So if somebody says, oh, I need to read up on how to do computer programming, it means I have to research. I have to read some books and learn something. So here you want to do some research on the signs, what are the signs that your partner may be abusive to you, the things that they might be saying, how they're treating you, that kind of thing. And then you can get help from somebody. Okay, number 7, Gina. Hi, Simone.
Hello. Hi.
Okay, go ahead, Gina. Number 7.
You take life too seriously. You trip on a crack in the sidewalk, and instead of shrugging it off, you cower with embarrassment. If that sounds like you, it's time to find some ways to laugh more. There are many studies showing the benefits of laughter on our health, and this includes mental health, Leonard says. Laughter is the first medicine for anxiety and depression. Get happy now. Seek out humor every day. Watch a funny TV show, listen to the Laugh User channel on Sirius XM radio, or spend time with friends who make you smile. You could even try volunteering with kids. They really do say the
The
darndest
darndest.
things.
Yeah.
Darndest things.
Yeah. All right, I'll explain that in a minute. Okay, so another habit that you might have that is making you not feel so good is to take life too seriously. You know, you're not laughing enough about life. You're taking it very seriously. So, for example, if you trip, so to trip on something means you fall, you know, like you trip over or you trip on a crack in the sidewalk, for example, and instead of shrugging it off, so shrugging it off, that's what you do with your shoulders, like you pick your shoulders up and let them down, that's a shrug, and you just say, okay, no big deal. Instead of doing that, you cower with embarrassment. So to cower means you like, oh no, you look around, see if anybody was watching you, and you feel really embarrassed and like, oh my God, I can't believe I just tripped, something like that. Then you're taking your life too seriously, and you need to find some ways to laugh more. So going on, of course, lots of studies show the benefits, the good things about laughter on our health, and this includes your mental health, so your emotions and that type of thing. It's fast medicine for anxiety. So if you feel anxious or feel depressed and you start laughing, it helps. It's like medicine, and it works very quickly. So, of course, the suggestion is to seek out humor every day. So to seek out means to look for. So go out and try to find some way to find humor and to have some fun every day. So some suggestions are, watching funny TV shows, and this is a channel on this radio, Sirius XM radio, Laugh USA channel. It's like a bunch of comedians just doing their shows, and you listen to them, and of course they can be pretty funny, some of them. Of course, spending times with people who make you feel good. And then this one here, volunteering with kids, they really do say the darndest things. So the darndest things here means like the funny things. They say just silly things, and so they make you laugh. Do you guys agree with this? How many of you take time out of your day and make sure you find something funny to laugh at, or something that makes you feel good? Ken, do you think that's important to do, and do you do it?
Yeah, I think so, because I heard, the kind of, even though we feel sad, maybe try to smile just to maybe even though you don't want to smile, but if you make a smiley expression on your face, that reflects your mind. So I try to search the kind of happy moment, happy thing. Even it is tiny, it can reflect to my mood after. Yeah.
Yeah. Simone, what about you? Do you look for things to laugh at during the day?
All the time.
All the time. Like what? What makes you laugh?
Some TV shows. Actually, I've been watching the IT Crowd, which is a British series, very, very fun. So before I sleep, I try to watch it to have a good night's sleep. And also, when I don't find something fun, I make fun of myself.
Oh, good. So you're not taking your life too seriously then.
No, never. So
nice. Luis, what about you? What do you like to do to
I like
make yourself
to
laugh?
watch TV series most of the time. Stand-up comedy, I enjoy. Comic like Simpsons and South Park.
South Park, yeah.
I like. I like
Those can
very
be
much.
pretty funny. Yeah.
Yes.
Gina, what about you? What? Okay, go ahead. Finish, Luis. Sorry.
I don't know if it's offensive, but the South accent in America, I start to, because I study English, and I start to find it really funny when people speaks there. So the South Park they use a lot this.
Yes, yes, it can be very funny. Different accents can be funny.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. Gina, what about you?
I see videos on YouTube, funny
Yeah,
videos, or
yeah.
there are some movies that raise my mood.
Hmm.
Um, TV programs. Yes, I do it.
Yeah, yeah, good. Anatoly, what about you? What types of things make you laugh?
Mm. Maybe just everyday conversation, uh, communication with members of my family, with cat, who is also a member.
Uh-huh.
And I remember once I tried, maybe not last years, to play in action, shooting after
Uh-huh.
something serious happened in my
Oh,
job, for example,
yeah.
and after playing in a game, it could help
Yeah,
sometimes.
sure. Yeah, for sure. Amparo, what about you?
Well, when at home with my family, or just when I am speaking with someone else through internet. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. When you have a big family, lots of funny things can happen
Yeah.
in a day.
Every day.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, Luis, how about you read number 8 here?
Okay, teacher. Um, you don't sleep. Sleep affects everything, says Deidre L. Clay, PsyD, a chair and associate professor of the Counseling and Health Psychology Department at Bastyr University. Emotional and mental capabilities, as well as our bodies functioning. Sleep is our body's way of regenerating, and without it, the system malfunctions. Determine exactly how much sleep you need here. Get get help now. Try to figure out why you aren't sleeping and then take the steps to create a restful environment.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Okay.
So this, I just want to, this is kind of, it's not very common to put that there, but usually instead of putting this, it stands for Doctor of Psychology. So usually you might see PhD or MD, which is like a medical doctor, but this is a Psych D. So PsyD, which is a Doctor of Psychology. That's what it refers to. Usually it's more common to say says psychiatrist Deidre Clay, something like that. So she's a professor of psychology, and so she's just talking about, of course, how important sleep is for regeneration, or to regenerate ourselves, to give ourselves energy again. That's, you have to sleep to feel energetic again in the morning, and if we don't get enough sleep, our system, our body, will malfunction. So we might get sick, or have get later on a disease, maybe, if we don't get enough sleep throughout our lives, that kind of thing. So you need to figure out or determine how much you actually need, and so to get happy, you have to figure out why aren't you sleeping, and then take the steps, do the things that you need to do to make sure you have a restful environment so that you can go to sleep easily and get enough sleep. So sleeping is pretty important. Ken, I'm going to ask everybody the same question. Just give us a quick number. How many hours do you sleep per night, do you think? Nor average,
Uh,
on average.
6 to 8.
6 to 8. Okay. Is that enough for you?
Yes, actually, I'm getting old, so maybe after 6 hours I can get up, but I try to sleep again and 8 hours.
Okay.
And I heard first 3 hours deep sleeping is very important. Sleeping
Yeah, I've
doctor,
heard that too.
yeah, I read the sleeping doctor's book and yeah, he says so. So I
Yeah,
try
I heard
to
that.
go to bed in regular time. Yeah,
Hmm.
that kind of yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Amparo, what about you? How many hours of sleep do you usually get?
Usually 7 hours. But for
Ah.
example, if I sleep really late, like in January 1st, I
Hmm.
cannot sleep more than yeah. Generally, I wake up at the same hour every day. Seven
Mm.
o'clock, I just wake up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if I just I have 3 hours or 4 hours sleeping.
Yeah, your
That's my
body's used to
yeah.
that.
Just oops, my personal alarm. I don't need
Right.
a yeah.
An alarm
Get up.
clock. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
wake up.
Yeah, that happens to me too. Anatoly, what about you? How many hours do you sleep usually?
Usually almost 8 hours
Hmm.
uh,
Is
in
that enough?
average. Maybe yes, I think it is enough. Maybe not always.
Mm.
Sometimes 7 hours. The most important to sleep well, I think,
Yeah.
because if we spend a definite number of hours for sleeping, but we don't sleep well, it is not enough. It is
Yeah.
we need to train our nervous system for sleeping good in every situation. After stress, after something which bothered us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Gina, what about
Yes,
you?
and I remember.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Anatoly.
Yes, I remember it is a very famous in my country, in Russia, movie, 17 instance of spring. You can see on the top of my screen,
Mm-hmm.
this is a spy who gave himself task to sleep
Uh-huh.
only 25 minutes. And
Oh my gosh.
the voice and the card and the film commented it needed years of training for him,
Mm-hmm.
and exactly after 25 minutes he will wake up. And it is a good example how
Yeah.
people could train themselves to
Right.
sleep well.
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny. Gina, what about you? Do you get enough sleep? How many hours?
Yes, I agree with Anatole about the fact that is the quality of the sleep that
Mm.
counts.
Mm-hmm.
But and usually I sleep more or less 8 hours, and
Nice.
I take a pause after lunch of
Mm-hmm.
half an hour. See. Mm.
Wow. Nice. That's good. Luis, how about you?
It's also close to 8 hours.
Okay.
I
Great.
always try to sleep 10 p.m. and wake
Mm-hmm.
up about 5, 6 p.m.
Mm.
or a.m.
Mm-hmm. A.M. Yeah.
Yes.
And that's great. Simon, how about you?
Actually, I try to sleep at least 8 hours a day, but sometimes it's
But
not possible because I have to work.
sure.
Yes, I have to work until late, and actually, I like to reading until late. So
Mm.
sometimes it's not possible, but I know when I have opportunity, sometimes I sleep more than 10 hours a day,
Mm.
but it's rare, it's not common.
Yeah. Yeah. When we have a phrase for that, we say we're trying trying to catch up on our sleep. But doctors say we can't.
Sleep.
Yeah, it's hard. Sometimes it's hard because
it's good, but I've got the feeling that I'm wasting my time.
Yeah, yeah. You want to do other things besides sleep. Sure. Okay, Gina, how about you read number 9?
You are never alone. Between kids, work, marriage, and other activities, you can't find a moment to be alone. And locking yourself in the bathroom doesn't count. Leonard stresses the importance of finding time for yourself, whether it is 10 minutes, an hour, or a day. Without taking the time to do things for yourself, depression and anxiety creep in, says Leonard. Get happy now. Schedule an appointment for you time, and more importantly, keep it.
Mm-hmm. So we did a class a while back about new words that are accepted English words now in the dictionary, and one of the new words is me time, or my time, I think it was. Can't remember. My time or me. I think it was me time. And so we talk about that a lot because we're so busy with all these things here that it's hard to be alone. But that's a good thing, to be alone and just have some time to yourself, and we call that me time. Here, just wanted to explain creep in. To creep in means to kind of like come in slowly. So, if you're just busy always with other people, then over time, this kind of a depression and anxiety could creep into your life. Just a little bit at a time, creep in. You could say like robbers or thieves, they creep into the house. They do it slowly and quietly so you don't notice it. That's what it means. Okay, Simone, why don't you read number 10?
Sorry, I can't, because I'm accessing on my iPad. I can't see the screen.
Oh, you can't see it. Oh, okay. All right, then we'll go to Ken.
You don't actually talk to anyone. If you primarily use texting, Facebook, and other social media to stay in touch with friends, you are not having meaningful contact. And chatting up the Starbucks barista every morning doesn't count. Facebook pages are entertainment classes. These are not true conversations that allow us to understand people. Instead, it lessens our experience and feelings. Michael Montel, PhD, a behavioral science coach based in San Diego, California, agrees. Personal electronics like smartphones have also impacted attention demands for immediate gratification and expectations that the press of a button can lead to instantaneous connection. Mantel says, we have also learned to not have face-to-face connections, only virtual. This impacts our ability and interest in sitting in the same room with someone and actually talk with people face-to-face.
Yeah. Keep going. Get happy now.
Okay. Get happy now. At the end of our lives, the number of followers we have doesn't matter. Claire says, but friends do. Make sure to schedule a date with a friend, family member, or partner at least once a week.
Mm-hmm. So modern day problem, using texting, Facebook, and other types of social media to stay in touch with somebody, to keep in touch or to stay in touch, to have contact with them, but a lot of people think it's not very meaningful. Some people disagree about this, but some people think it's, just if you're chatting up. So chatting up means you're just chatting or just talking to the barista. That doesn't really count. You say, oh, hey, how's it going? Okay, good. You're going to have a good day? Yeah. So that's chatting up somebody, while you're getting a coffee. That's not very meaningful. So, of course, making some time to spend time with a friend, a family member, that's a more meaningful connection. And we call that face-to-face connections instead of just using some kind of media or electronics or something to contact somebody about something. All right, let's keep going because we're running out of time. Anatoly, why don't you read number 11?
11. You can't live without your mobile phone. When was the last time that you were completely electronic device free? Can't remember? Not a good sign. With all the devices we have, it tends to overstimulate stimulate us, Clay says. And if we are always on, then we never truly rest and regenerate our bodies and our minds. Eventually, this can manifest itself as depression or anxiety. Get happy now. Create an electronic Sabbath where you abstain from all devices once a week, even if just for half a day.
Mm-hmm. So basically we are overstimulated. So we have too much stimulation, too much, too many electronic devices all around us all the time. So some people believe that we never get to truly rest and regenerate because of that. And so this can manifest itself as. That means it can show up as, or you'll see yourself having depression. So give yourself an electronic Sabbath. Sabbath is like the holy day, like Sunday, for example, without media or devices. So to abstain from something means to not do that during a certain time. Yeah?
That's a good idea.
Simone, I couldn't hear what you said. It was the microphone was a little bit messed up.
I said it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Very good idea.
Very good idea. Yeah. Okay, the last one. Why don't we have Amparo? You finish up the last one, please.
You multitask. We are guilty of multitasking. We take lunch at our desk, scroll through Facebook while watching TV, and text pretty much constantly. Research shows that although many people believe they are being more productive by multitasking, that's not actually the case. It just leaves us stressed out, oblivious to our surroundings, and unable to communicate effectively. Get happy now. It's simple, really. Put down the phone, turn off the television, and pay attention to what you are doing and what is going on around you, allowing your brain to process everything that is happening to you in real time and not broadcasting it to your social media followers. Maybe the best thing that you can do for your mental health.
Okay, just one word here I wanted to explain. Oblivious to your surroundings. So if you are oblivious to something, it means you don't even notice it. So if you're doing all these things, multitasking, you might not even know what's going on around you. Okay, well, those are some good ideas to start off the year. If you find yourself doing some of those, you might want to change. But it sounds like you guys have some pretty good habits. So thanks, guys, for coming to class. I have another reading class coming up next, so maybe I'll see you there. If not, have a great weekend. Take care, everybody.
Teacher, take
Thank you
care.
very much.
Yeah.
Okay, bye, guys.
Thank you.